And good morning, sports fans, and welcome to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network on the Coach's Corner Soundgarden stage. Okay, tonight, live on stage, don't forget we got Big Bam Boom. That's right, Hall & Oates Tribute Band, 7 o'clock. Get your tickets at Eventbrite. Don't miss out. It's going to be a packed house, great show. And come in and check out the new revamped, inside, refurbished Coach's Corner. It looks great. Check it out. You got to get here to do it. Once again, Saturday morning, happy you could be here, having a lot of fun talking all local, all sports, all the time. You know, right here, Coach's Corner, it's all food, all music, all sports, all fun, all the time since 1991. Glad you could join me. Got a great show. It's March 4th. Got a lot going on. High school basketball playoffs. We got baseball, high school baseball. We got Savannah Bananas. We got the Savannah Falcons. We got the Savannah Ghost Pirates. We got a lot going on in here in Savannah, Georgia, as far as sports go. And they told me there's no sports in Savannah. Give me a break. Give the fans a break. Or I like to say, forget about it. You know what I mean? But anyway, got a great show. I want to do this quick. I got to get out of here about 9:07. So, because my first guest, okay, well, this is the opener, okay? Quarter number one, opener. Local sports, local news, what's going on. Quarter number two, got the two head coaches that are playing in the state championship today. Up in Macon at Mercer University. 2 o'clock, Memorial Day School. 6 o'clock, St. Andrews School. And then trying to get into the championship themselves next week are the Benedictine Cadets. They'll kick off at 8 o'clock, and they'll be playing at Fort Valley State. So, once again, a lot of hoops. All right. Quarter number three, Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. This young lady is a phenomenal soccer player. I call her the super sophomore. I mean, this girl's got so many goals in 2 years playing at Calvary Day School. How to get her on. She had another two the other night. We're talking about Abby Walsh. She also plays another sport that she's very good at. So stay tuned to check that out. All right. And quarter number four. Hey, Savannah, we run a lot. That's right. We run a lot. So what I want to touch on is the running world here in Savannah, Georgia. I'm bringing on my buddy, the guru, the Jersey guy. That's also the manager at How to Run Specialty Store at the 204 shops right there at 95 and 204. Marc Cameron. And then I'll close it out. Quarter number five, 3 steps out the door. 3 videos that I think are really worth looking at. So we'll do that. I'll give you Karl's Corner, my editorial on something that's going on in sports. Okay, so what do we got going on now? Let's kick it off with local scores, local news. 3 steps in the door. High school, college, and pro. Don't forget, tough week last night. Calvary Day School girls, Jackie Hamilton, Hannah Kale, season's come to an end. Jackie Hamilton, alum, 18 years, the head coach, 429 wins, state title in 2008. Hannah Kale started her own club now at Calvary Day School. She's got the 2,000-point club. She's the only member. I think there's 14 that are in the 1,000-point club. She finished with 2,029. She'll be playing at Georgia College and State next year in Millersville. So great run. They lost a heartbreaker last night to Lumpkin County, defending state champion, 78-31. And then in Class A, Division I girls, St. Francis, number 1 team ranked in the state, took care of Woodville, 76-33. The 3 seniors at Woodville Tompkins, Chisholm, Pelote, and Hayward, nothing to be ashamed of. You've done a great job, ladies. All right, tonight, like I told you, let's start 2 o'clock today. All right, the Georgia Independent Athletic Association Class A Championship. I got Dale Mock coming on to talk about, the head coach, Memorial Day School. They'll take on Monsignor Donovan Catholic, who comes in at 16-11. Matadors coming at 20-4. Mercer University, 2 p.m. And in the GAI Class 3 classification, defending state champions, Mel Abrams will be on to talk about that. St. Andrews School going for back-to-back championship. They're not playing John Milledge there. They're going to take on Heritage School, who comes in 19-8. That's at 6 o'clock. And then at 8 o'clock, trying to get to the championship next week, Benedictine, who has not made a Final Four in basketball since 1949, Dr. Frankie Dougie Williams has done a great job. The cadets are in the semifinals. They win tonight. They go to the finals. They play 8 o'clock at Fort Valley State. We also started another athlete of the week. We're done with our basketball players of the week. Grassi Roofing was the girls basketball player of the week. He's going to now sponsor the girls soccer player of the week. Coach's Corner was sponsoring the boys basketball player of the week. Now we're getting into baseball. John Carr, Calvary Day School alum, pitcher, you name it. Did a great job at Calvary. Played for Coach Farmer, who won his 5th win. John Carr Seaport Real Estate Baseball Player of the Week. The first one went to Dagan Strickland out of Savannah Christian. And the kid was phenomenal. I got his highlight in at the end of the show because it was one of those highlights that, it really excite me. So, you'll check it out. Dagan Strickland, senior, signed to play at Georgia Southern, or committed to play at Georgia Southern already. He'll join former teammate or former alum Jared Brown. All right. Step 2, in the door, colleges. SEAC tournament right down the road here at Savannah State. Now, no Savannah State Tigers in the semifinals and finals because they both lost the other night. The Lady Tigers came back from 14 down. It was a heartbreaker. They lost 63-62. And the men just couldn't get ahead of Benedict College. They lost 78-68. But the SEAC tournament's still going over there at Savannah State. You want to watch some good basketball, check it out. Baseball, the Tigers, Savannah State Tigers are off to a 7-2 start, 5-1 in SEAC. They got a 3-game series versus Spring Hill home. Last night they lost. They got a doubleheader. Last week against Spring Hill College, they won 2 out of 3 in that series. This weekend, they're taking on Kentucky State. Doubleheaded today, 1 o'clock, okay, and then the single game tomorrow. Sorry, let me start that over again. I'm going too fast here because I wanted to get out of here by now. But Savannah State baseball will play a doubleheader today starting at noon against Kentucky State, and then they'll play the third game of the series tomorrow at noon. Softball, 3-3 overall, 3-1. Lost yesterday to Albany State, 14-3. They got a doubleheader today starting at noon against Albany State. SCAD, okay, women's bowling's number 1, men's number 3. They got lacrosse going on the road to take on the University of Cumberland in Williamsburg, Kentucky. Equestrian team is down at the IHSA University of Florida Invitational, but it's going to be at Ocala, Florida, not Gainesville. Cycling is at Milligan University in Elizabethtown, Tennessee. And then tomorrow, women's lacrosse takes on the University of Montebello in Montebello, Alabama. And the men's team is taking on Emory. Men's tennis team is taking on Emory in Atlanta. Football, Georgia and Georgia Tech will do their spring games April 15th. Savannah State, no information on that. So Georgia Southern will do their spring game on April 22nd. So football's coming back. Basketball last night, Hawks beat the Portland Trail Blazers 129-111. First win from Quinn Snyder, the new head coach. Dejounte Murray, the kid's unbelievable. 41 points last night. I think Trae Young took over the fourth quarter and put 15 of his 23 points there. Had 11 assists. They'll play tonight down in Miami, who lost a heartbreaker against the Knicks last night. So the Hawks are only a half game back in the Southeast Conference. They're 8th in the Eastern Conference, okay, the Southeastern Division. All right, Braves, 2-3 in spring training. They lost to Houston yesterday, 11-8. Opening day is like 32 days away, March 30th. No, it's even less than that, March 30th. So that's today's the 4th, 26 days. They'll take on Washington in Washington, D.C., okay, the Nationals. First home game's not till April 6th, okay, so that's 32 days. Remember, we got all these pitching rules, which I'll go over at the end. SEAC tournament, I told you, was in Savannah. Went to the wrong page. PGA Golf, Brian Harmon is 13 over at the Arnold Palmer Invitational, Ohio, so I don't know if he made the cut. Gene Sowers and Tim O'Neill at the Cologuard Classic PGA Champions Tour. Sowers is tied for 27th at 1 under. O'Neill's tied for 52nd at 2 over. Savannah Ghost Pirates lost Thursday to the Atlanta Gladiators. They're in 7th place. They'll play home tonight against the Florida Everglades, 7 p.m., sold out. All right. Savannah Bananas are in Jacksonville. Okay, they played Thursday, and it was the Party Animals. Party Animals are 4-1-1, and the Savannah Bananas are 1-4-1. And everybody said it's going to be the Globetrotters. Globetrotters never lost to the Washington Generals. Okay, and then the Savannah Bananas World Tour will be in Jacksonville tonight at 7 o'clock, tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Don't forget Savannah Falcons, our semi-pro football team. They got off to a great start last week, 28-0 over the Effingham Outlaws. They hit I-95. They go down to beautiful Glenn County Stadium, so they're going to play between the bricks against the Golden Island Grizzlies at 7 o'clock. All right, that's what I got for all your news, notes, and whatever's happening here in Savannah, Georgia. Up next, we're going to talk championship basketball. That's right, 2 teams in the finals. Memorial Day School in the Class A of the Georgia Independent Athletic Association and Class 3A, the defending champion St. Andrews at 6 o'clock, taking on the Heritage School. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Got to thank the sponsor. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Hey, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia, because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the Sound Garden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV, because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dine-in service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting and equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room, if you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. What's the Coach's Corner Sports Network? Well, first of all, thank you for making me part of your day, whether it's for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. What's the Coach's Corner Sports Network? Hey, we got 4 shows. Wednesday night, Rubbin' and Grubbin' with the man, the Atlanta man, Brandon Bain, and the producer, the OG of all these shows, Lawrence Bennett. Okay, and then you got yours truly, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, usually 99% time live right here on the Sound Garden stage. Okay, every Saturday morning, 9 till whenever. I know the producer wants to go for 2 hours, Lawrence Bennett. Yes, he's in the back wings watching what's going on. He sends me some notes and tells me what I'm doing wrong, and if my mic's off, if I'm too loud. Am I too loud, guys? If I'm too loud, let me know. I'll turn the mic down. You know what I mean? All right, and then of course we got another show that goes live once a year. Once a year. Okay, it's coming up first week of April, the 19th hole with the Herb Brothers. 5 straight days of talking about the Masters from Savannah, Georgia, in the Henderson Cabin. That's right. They build the Henderson Cabin right here next to the Sound Garden stage. So these guys can go 5 straight days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, talking about the Masters. Okay, check it out. Go to YouTube and look up the 19th hole. It's hilarious. And maybe I'll make a guest appearance again, even though I'm a hacker. My ball goes left, right, never straight. All right, and then we have one podcast. Congratulations to my buddy who does the Who's on First Base baseball podcast with the coach, the baseball fanatic, Kyle Lawson got married yesterday. That's right. Got married to the most beautiful girl in the world, Angela. Angela is a Dodger fan. He's a Cub fan. But once again, congratulations. That will start at the end of the month, right before Major League Baseball starts. So that's our 4 shows. So that's what you got. The Coach's Corner Sports Network. All right. All right. So we're at the time here where we're going to talk a little Georgia Independent Athletic Association championship basketball games. Okay. If BC makes it, Benedictine makes it with a win tonight, we'll talk to Frankie, and we'll have Frankie on next week. So we got Mel Abrams, 8 years at the helm at St. Andrews. I think he's been to 2 championship rounds now. He's been to 4 Final Fours. In 8 years, the man has gone 159-60 at St. Andrews. They're defending their title tonight against Heritage School. Last year was against John Millage, but John Millage lost to Heritage School, so it should be a good game. Heritage School comes in at 16-11. St. Andrews, 27-1. So we'll get to him first, and then we'll come up with, of course, the man himself, Dale Mock, Memorial Day School. They kick off at 2, but I reversed the interview, so I apologize. The first interview is a little grainy with me. Coach Abrams looks great. Second interview is with Coach Dale Mock. He always looks great, and mine looks a little better. Okay, so if you got a comment also, give me a shout-out. As I said, the Savannah semi-pro football team Falcons are checking in. Eddie, the Cheese Morgan, the man that runs the show. Tonight, 7 o'clock, Between the Bricks, Glen County Stadium. That's in Brunswick, taking on the Golden Isle Grizzlies. Okay, good morning, Mr. Morgan, Coach Morgan. And the number one fan of the show, Dennis Klessler. He's here every Saturday morning. Lady Cavaliers had a great season. You're all right. Going to miss Jackie, but he's going to be still talking there. You have a wonderful day, Mr. Kessler. And once again, I appreciate it. Okay, I'll have you. I'll talk to you. I'm glad you got to watch the video of last week, your son's birthday. And as a producer, I told you, he's back here watching what the coach does right. Phenomenally. You know what I mean, Mr. Bennett? Mr. Bennett, I'm doing the best I can, okay? I don't know if I'm going to get 2 minutes, but I'm doing the best I can. There he is, the coach of the AD. Good morning, Coach. It was good to be in Savannah last night. Picked up some wins. Up to Effingham today to play some more soccer. Maybe the coach and AD will get back together again. I don't know. And then, of course, once again, Lawrence Bennett. He loves the baseball fanatic like I do. Congratulations to Kyle Lawson, the other half of the 4th show or the podcast on the Coach's Corner Sports Network, the Who's on First Base baseball podcast with the coach and, of course, the baseball fanatic. Kyle Lawson got married yesterday. Hey, great venue, the chapel. Okay, I'm running a little too long here. I got a guest coming on, so maybe I'll have to do this, a guest, and then come back with Dale Mock after I do the guest. So hang tight. Tonight, 6 o'clock, up at Mercer University, the St. Andrews Lions defending their state championship against Heritage School. And what did Coach Mel Abrams have to say about that? Here we go. Stay tuned. And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Once again, every Saturday live from Coach's Corner Sound Garden. This is pre-recorded because this next man is going to be up in Macon, getting ready to defend his team and his school, the St. Andrew Lions, Class 3A, Georgia Independent Athletic Association title that they won last year against John Millage. They got a new opponent tonight. Once again, had to talk to him. He's done a great job over there since he's been over there. Probably the best basketball record or streak that's been going on over there at St. Andrew's School on the Marsh. Joining me now in the Coach's Corner hot seat is the man himself. He also got Coach of the Year, Mel Abrams. Okay, Mel, excited to have you on. Congratulations. Another great run, another young group of kids, another young, talented group of kids. Once again, back-to-back getting there is pretty tough there, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you for all you do. I tell you that whenever we talk, we appreciate everything you're doing for Savannah.
Well, you're like me. It's about the kids. It's not about Karl DeMasi. It's not about Mel Abrams. About the kids, about what your program's doing. And sometimes, the smaller schools don't get a lot of recognition. And I've said it plenty of times. There's so much going on. Dennis Knight's a one-man show at Savannah Morning News now, and the TV stations only get about 2 minutes. So whatever I can give, get that a little more excitement about the kids. That's what it's all about. But once again, you guys are on a run, 27-1, Coach. Was this anything you thought of at the beginning of the season that this could happen all over again?
We thought we would be good. We were returning quite a few of our core guys, and so we went into the off season, the spring and the summer, anticipated we had a chance to compete and be competitive and put ourselves in position to win it again. In terms of records, you've coached for years. You never know what that's going to be like. You just try to put your kids in position to compete at a high level. I will say this, early on this summer when we started kind of doing things in June, I had a pretty good idea. We had a group that was going to be special. Very, very, very strong work ethic, collective group, which is something that I think is, as a coach, that has stood out to me. A bunch of guys who have bought into nothing just happens. That's something we say. And we it's something that I believe in. If you want to be good at anything, if you want to be successful at anything, you have to be intentional about it. But that also works the other way, right, Coach? If you're bad at something, that you are intentionally not paying attention and doing the things you need to do to be successful at that thing. And so didn't know what the record would be, but had a pretty good idea that we would be competitive and can compete again for a state championship.
All right, well, you just said it. I mean, perfect segue. Special kids, Zayden Edwards, Zaire Edwards, Lofton. You got some special kids there. Give them a shout out.
Listen, what's more impressive for me is who they are as people, as young men, as student athletes. Some of our guys that we've had that have been new to the program, Dylan Sampson, Will Thompson, Ricari Harrison, are guys that have joined this program over the last year or so. And, something that I brag about is, we have 14 varsity guys, and I want to say 13 of them have over a 3.0 with 4 or 5 with a 4.0. Quality kids who parents allow us as coaches to make an impact without a whole lot of input, and they trust us with them. And so all of those things have made us who we are. But Zaire's been special, but it's those other guys too who allow our key guys to play their role and be successful. It's just been a good team, great team.
And don't forget, you gotta give a shout out to your assistants.
Absolutely, Jeff Gonzalez, who's been here longer than I have.
Forever.
who had some sons come through the program prior to me. I was able to coach his youngest son, and then Jeffrey, his oldest son, joined us on staff this year. So it's been pretty cool to have that dynamic and alumnus be a part of it. And then Nick Broom has been with us for the last few years. All of that working together as a team, as coaches and as players. None of this happens if all of that doesn't work together and people buy into their roles and are willing to be unselfish.
And if you're just tuning in, it's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, pre-recorded segment, because this young man's going to be on the road today and getting ready tomorrow, Saturday, 6 o'clock, Mercer University. Check it out. All right, so playoff run. I thought, by looking at all the Georgia Independent Athletic Association, for the old-timers like me, GIZA, the Georgia Independent Schools Association, that John Millage would be there waiting at the end, but Heritage knocked them off. But first of all, tell us about the Lions playoff running and your insight into what Heritage brings to the court.
What I appreciate about what we've been able to do, just kind of through our region play, through our regular season schedule, and even with the state playoff run, each team present something that's totally different, sometimes totally opposite of what you've prepared for prior to the previous game. And so it's been interesting and been refreshing to see that we've been able to adjust. We're not the biggest team, and so when we play teams with size, we have to play a certain way, and sometimes have to play certain guys that play more minutes. When we play against teams that are similar to us with speed and size, we have to play a different group of kids, and some guys may not play as much as they play when we play size. So all of those kind of chess pieces and being strategic has been something that I've been impressed with our guys being able to adjust game by game, but also having players who understand, depending on the matchup, I may not play as much, and being okay with that and still being good teammates. John Milledge is one of those teams that they're winners, man. They from football. It's hard to beat those guys. And we were talking last night. This is uncharted territory for some of these seniors. They've been in the state championship game, as far as I know, the last 3 years. And if they play football, they've always been there. And so Heritage, in my opinion, is a team that I noticed early on in the season that I thought would be one of the top 2 or 3 teams. I've always thought it was us and them, just kind of in John Milledge right there together. And so they've proven to be true to what I anticipated early on. They're very well coached. They have size. They have some guards that can play. They can shoot the ball, and so it's gonna be a good game.
All right, last question. St. Andrews community, St. Andrews Lions now. Not St. Andrews, what I coached them way back when, but the Lions community. You want to give a shout out before tonight's game?
Here again, nothing just happens. It's not just the players. It's not just the coaches. It is the school community. It is the administration. It's Dr. Kelly Waldron. It's the board of trustees. It's all of those people who make up the St. Andrews community who have viewed this experience and athletic experiences for students as something that's crucial to their development. And so doing all of what they can on their end and teachers supporting and working with students as they travel, all of that stuff is huge. We're proud of them. I'm proud to be a part of the community. And here again, as we said last year, when you win something like a state championship, it's not just for the team, it's for the community. And we're hoping we could do it again.
Coach, like I've told you before, great job. Great way that you've taken that program to a new height. It's always fun. And, it's always been a community school for me because I only live around the block. You got to thank the lady that pays the bills for you, too. So my wife's been there for 20-something years. She loves it. She bleeds the blue and white and the Lions now. So it's definitely community. Keep it up. Good luck. And I'll be watching and go get them Lions back to back, buddy.
Thank you again. Thank you.
Coach, good luck. Safe travels.
Thank you.
Once again, loves what he does, has that program rolling over there, and he doesn't shy away from the big schools either. So it's not just playing Georgia Independent Athletic Association. The Lions, you're hearing right now, they take the rock, baby, and they play the big schools here in Georgia High School State Association. So don't get me wrong. Well, it's a GIA state title. This team has proved that it can play with the big dogs. So once again, going to take it up next. We're going to talk to the man that's in control of the Memorial Day School Matadors, Dale Marc, and find out gives us his insight on what his playoff game is going to be like. Be right back with Dale Marc. And that's why I'm the coach. We got to do a substitution here, okay? Substitution, coach? Yeah, substitution, okay? I was going to go right into Dale Marc's interview, but this young lady that's up next for my Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week, she's got a game today, so I'm going to bring her on. But once again, St. Andrews, the Lions, tonight, defending their Class 3A Georgia Independent Athletic Association Championship at Mercer University, taking on Heritage School. Wrong record. They're 19-8, Heritage School. St. Andrews, 27-1. We'll get to that later on. But once again, good luck to the Lions. As they say over there, go Lions, all right? Next up, after I thank my sponsors, this young lady, 2 years playing soccer in the area, has made a name for herself. She's off to a phenomenal season again. I call her a super sophomore. No sophomore jinx for this young lady. She also plays another sport that she's very good at that we'll get into. But this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week, only a sophomore from Calvary Day School, Abby Walsh. I'll be back in 3 minutes because you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Soundgarden stage at Coach's Corner. Be right back with Abby. All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia, because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the Soundgarden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dine-in service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember. at coaches. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting and equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Soundgarden stage. And it's every Saturday morning from 9 to whenever. And this is my favorite part of the show. This is why I do this. I love it. I'm a broken record, CD, whatever you want to call me, bringing on the good kids that have done something special. And you know, this young lady has stood out last year. She stood out this year before she got to the soccer season. As a freshman, in 22 games, she scored 47 goals, okay? And in soccer terms, that's 101 points on the season. This year, in only 9 games, she scored 20 goals. She's had 4 against Islands the other night. She had 2 the other night against Hilton Head Christian. I mean, she's on a roll, and she's considered one of the best soccer players in the city. I call her a super sophomore. And this is what her coach, E.J. Kubiak, had to say. Abby's love for the game and work ethic is uncommon. She is constantly striving to grow as a player, a team member. She's somebody you want to meet, and she's in pursuit of excellence. And this will take her places. So she's also down in Florida playing in a traveling soccer tournament, I guess. But how to get her on, joining me now on the Coach's Corner Hot Seat, this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete Week from Calvary Day School, sophomore soccer player Abby Walsh. Good morning, Abby. How's it going?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
You know, I'm having a lot of fun. Let me adjust myself here. I'm not in the middle of the screen. You know, I had to do some other stuff while the other interview was playing. There we go. Okay, so just having a lot of fun talking local sports and talking about kids like you. And once again, congratulations. You're off to a great season. Like I said, 20 goals already. Last year you had 47. So, but it's just phenomenal. So once again, great job.
Thank you.
So, you know, you're known as a soccer player. We'll get to the other sport later on, you know, because Nick Rossi wants to make sure I talk about it, okay? So I love Nick Rossi. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, I mean, soccer. I mean, you've excelled so much. When did you start kicking the ball around? As soon as you started crawling?
Yeah, I started when I was 3. I've always had a passion for the sport, and it's just been so fun to play.
Well, what makes it so fun for Abby Walsh?
Just, I don't know, just getting out there, getting to play.
Okay, Abby is frozen on my screen. Yeah, it just froze. Abby, are you there? You might have to reconnect, Abby, if you can hear me, because right now you're frozen. You got to love the internet. She's down in Florida. She's playing in a soccer tournament, traveling soccer tournament. And I don't know if it's on my part or on her part. Let me give her a little text message here, and maybe I can get her to reconnect and come back in. You just got a lot of internets. Let's see. Let me find her phone number. Okay. So hold on one second. Technical difficulties. I do everything here. Okay, 3, 2, 1. She's back. It's not you, Abby. It's the internets, and that's what's if you don't have it hooked up or hardwired into the wall and you go it off your phone, it's tough. But anyway, we're at why do you like soccer so much? So why do you like it so much?
And I've always been a competitive person, so I've always been able to push myself, and this sport really has shown me that I can do much more. I can push myself. I can be part of a great community. I always love just being a part of the community and having so much fun with it. It's just a great opportunity to play, and I love just playing the sport, being there.
Okay, so you love playing a sport. You're a scoring machine. Now, if I had to talk to Coach Kubiak, who's your new soccer coach over there, what would you tell me is your best skill? Is it scoring goals? Is it seeing the field? Communication? What's your best soccer skill as far as your coach would tell me?
I feel like other than my talent to score goals, I feel like just seeing the field, whether or no to take on players or to pass the ball. I feel like that's my best quality that God has given me throughout these years.
Yeah, if you see the field, I mean, I watched that one highlight film from Richmond Hill. That was pretty awesome, and that's a tough team to play and score 3 goals on. All right, so now you're down playing in Florida. You're playing in a traveling club team tournament. So what routine do you use to make yourself a better soccer player?
I feel like the best routine you can use is just consistency. Always practicing, always playing. During quarantine, I practiced 6 days a week for an hour and a half to 2 hours each day, just working on simple things, just simple techniques like passing and dribbling, just to improve my soccer skills in the long run.
Nice. Okay, so now we hear all about these professional soccer players. Is there any specific soccer player that you look up to, that you admire, that you would like to, one day be like?
I really haven't looked up to anyone. I've always just been watching the U.S. women's team, and I just love watching them play, whether it's Becky Sauerbrunn or Mallory Swanson or Alex Morgan at the top. In the midfield, Lindsay Horan or Rose Lavelle, just watching them all play together, use their skills, because they're all amazing soccer players.
Pretty good soccer players right there. You got that right. So once again, if you're just tuning in, it's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. It's Saturday morning. We're at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete Week with Abby Walsh, sophomore at Calvary Day School, phenomenal soccer player. So coming into the season, I mean, last year, 47 goals. Any goals besides scoring goals that you had for yourself coming into the season?
I just wanted to beat that goal record, or match it, or just get close to it, just putting in as many shots as possible, and to work as better as a team, because last year we had a huge team. Wow, this year we have a smaller team, so it's like a chance to get those people who really didn't play last year to play this year and better themselves.
How long has Coach Kubiak been at Calvary Day?
This is her second year.
Okay, so every coach wants their teams to have a goal. What was the team goal that you guys want? Did she stress a team goal, or you guys got to choose the team goal? What were the Lady Cavaliers' team goal this year for soccer?
Our Lady Cavs, we always have a word or phrase that we always use. So ours was commit this year, whether that's committing to a ball when we're playing, first one to the ball, when it's in the air, or get to the pass, or it's just committing to our team, putting our best selves out there and just working our best.
Nice. And you got to win those free balls. You know that, right?
Yes,
So,
always.
all right. So give a shout out to your team. How's the team playing? Anybody else standing out for the Cavaliers? Give a shout out.
I want to shout out Maddie and Kate, Maddie Sheldon, Kate Kirkleton. They are a powerhouse in the middle. They are always working their tails off. They're always getting the ball, releasing it, whether that's looking forward or looking back, and they're always back on defense. They work so hard in the middle. I also want to give a shout out to Reese Scholl and Scarlett Jackson. They are a force to be reckoned with in the back. They are great center backs. They are both really fast and really strong. They have stopped almost every ball that's gone back there. They are a saving grace sometimes. I also want to give a shout out to our goalkeeper, Hannah Upton. It's her first year trying out as a goalkeeper, and she's just been really nervous, but she's been playing amazing. She's been doing a great job.
Well, you guys are off to a great start. You're 5-2-2. You played a very good Hebron team last night. Were you there for the game?
I was not able to make it. I had a game down here in Florida.
Okay. So, but I mean, you guys are off to a great start. So, is this where you guys plan to be, or you're just getting ready for the conference and go from there? I mean, you're in a new conference this year. What's the team been playing like? I mean, is it where you think they would be at?
I feel like our team just has a lot of grit and determination, and that's really has helped us throughout many games. Like in the Glenn Academy game, we were down 2-0, and we came back to tie it 2-2 in the second half. Like it was just we worked so hard, and we put our heart into every game we play. That's really just been helping us better ourselves.
And of course you're in a new region, Beach Groves, Johnson, but you still got Country Day and Savannah Christian. What's it like with those rivals when you play them?
We haven't yet played Savannah Christian or Country Day, but I feel like Country Day is going to be a really tough game. Like we're going to have to be on our A game. We're going to have to bring it all to be tough and just play smart. Savannah Christian, it's always a rivalry, so it's always going to be a little nerve-wracking at the beginning, but I feel like once we settle in, we'll be fine.
Oh, anytime those three teams, your three teams get together, it's unbelievable. So this is off the question. Do you have any Calvary crazies at the soccer games also?
I just feel like all the parents are always yelling and screaming and cheering us on. They're just nonstop.
Okay, so tell us about Coach Kubiak. You want to tell us about your traveling team coaches? What impact have they had on your career?
EJ Kubiak has definitely had an impact on my life. She played D1 soccer, so like she kind of has an insight.
Nice.
She's a great resource for that. And so she has helped me better myself to be able to play at that level. She's always pushing me, whether that's on the field or off the field, to be a great teammate or to just be my best self on the field.
Nice. I got to meet her. I mean, Division I soccer play, that's pretty. There we go. I'm back. People want to know, what other sports do you play?
I play flag football in the fall.
So tell us about that experience.
I love flag football. It's a new sport here in Savannah. Nick Graff is always pushing me my best self in that sport as well. So that's another way I can be better. It helps me as well. But also I'm always competitive. So it's another competitive sport that I can play in and just have a bunch of fun. And our team is is a huge family. Like we are always together. We are always supporting each other, lifting each other up. So that's like another family I'm a part of.
And a lot of the soccer girls play that too, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Yeah. So Coach Grassi, there you go. She likes playing flag football, but if you had to pick a sport, which one would it be? That's a no-brainer.
I would have to pick soccer.
Go ahead.
I just love it. It's like my therapy sometimes. Like if I'm struggling in school or something, I'll just go and play soccer and it'll just lift my spirits up. Like it's always there.
All right. So here's a question for you. Do you have time to do anything else outside of sports, outside of soccer or flag football? What other extracurricular activities are you involved in or you enjoy to do?
I really love to read. I like to
Nice.
read because I can put myself in a different city or state or a different situation that I can just relax and just have to be that, can imagine being in that person. Like, I love reading. I love to read, especially when we, like, if I have a soccer tournament, like here in Florida or in Atlanta, I can just read in the long car rides, and just is different.
Nice. Yeah, I love watching students, and everyone, Coach, you're just a PE teacher. No, I'm a teacher, and when I see a kid with a book or a kid reading something, that's what it's all about. Because you're a student first, athlete second, so that's pretty impressive. Okay, family down there with you in Florida. How has family helped you be successful in the classroom and on the soccer field or on the playing field? Once again, Abby's down in Florida. It froze once again. It froze again. So hopefully she can reconnect. So let me try and get a message out to her again. I'm doing it right now while you're watching me while she's trying to reconnect, I hope. Let's see if she'll do that. All right, so we can finish up this interview. And right now, everything is going crazy here. So it's got to be internet somewhere. There she is. She's back. Hold it. Let me. you gotta love the internets there, Abby. So we're almost done. So once again, a cutoff, and you can tell me how your family has helped you succeed so much.
They've always supported me. They've always pushed me, whether that's in the classroom or on the field, like you said. They've always pushed me, and they've always supported me, helped me in my best situations and worst situations. And like my dad's been coaching me for a very long time. Like, he's a licensed coach, and he's always been able to help improve my skills as well. Nice.
Find every great athlete, great student is a great parents. Okay. Calvary Day School. How long have you been going to Calvary Day School?
This is my second year.
So tell us about the experience about going to Calvary Day School.
It's a great experience. I love it there. We're all a huge community. We're all so kind to each other. Our teachers are amazing. They push us to be our best inside the classroom and outside the classroom as well. And like our coaches, they're also teachers and help out with the school, so that I get to see them a lot, and they can just help me be the best person I can be.
Nice. All right. You're only a sophomore. You still got 2 years to go. Any plans on playing college soccer or any specific schools that you might be interested in to do this?
I've always wanted to play in college. It's been a dream of mine. But God willing, who knows if I'll be able to play in college. He may let me play in college or not. It's whatever his plan is.
All right. So where are you at now in Florida? What tournament are you at?
I'm at the ECNL Showcase here in Sarasota.
Nice. And who are you playing for?
I'm playing for Florida Elite ECNL.
Nice. Where are they at? Jacksonville?
Jacksonville, yes, sir.
All right. Well, have a lot of fun. Score a lot of goals. I know, because you're probably playing great competition, and can't wait to see what you do the rest of the season, what the Lady Cavaliers soccer team does. Thank you for coming on. You deserve it. Keep on working hard, and good things are going to happen there, Abby. And once again, remember, you got to do some flag football too. You know what I mean?
Yes. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
No, thank you for coming on, and great job, and good luck today and tomorrow and the rest of the season. Well, like her coach says, she has a great commitment. She's got a passion to commit to excellence. This young lady is going to be something special, and we're going to see her at the next level. I'm pretty sure I can say that, because I've had a lot of kids come on, and they set those goals, and they get there, and you can tell this young lady is going to be right there. So once again, this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week for March 4th, 2023 is Abby Walsh, only a sophomore at Calvary Day School. As a freshman, like I said, started off, she scored 47 goals in 22 games. Now she's only played 9 games, and she's already at 20 goals. Next up, I'm either waiting for my guests to come in, or we'll go back to our let's talk to the Georgia Independent Athletic coaches who are playing in the championship games today. I still got one to go with Dale Mock. He will be on. I can guarantee it. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here, live on the Coaches Corner Sports Network on the Soundgarden stage. Oh, I got to do that. Don't forget tonight, we got Big Bamboo, Hall & Oates tribute band, 7 o'clock, Eventbrite. Get your tickets. Don't be left out. See you in 3 minutes. All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia. because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the sound garden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dine-in service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, that comes in uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting and equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room. If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
Once again, welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, okay? Yes, I was muted. Let me make sure everything is going here. Here.
There's a lot of technology, Coach.
One-man show, buddy. You see it. Okay, come on. See, it just jumps off every time I do this stuff. So once again, we're ready to go. My next guest, okay? But anyway, Karl DeMasi Sports Report every Saturday morning here at Coach's Corner. We talk about all things, all sports, all local. And they told me there's no sports to talk about in Savannah. Give me a break. And, coming to this place every Saturday morning or going to school, you always see somebody running out there on the streets of Savannah. And they're getting their workout in, and they're working to, run a marathon, a half marathon. And, how to run specialty sports at the 204 shops right there at 95 and 204. And they specialize in just running. And here's the manager, a paisan from New Jersey. I won't hold it that he's from New Jersey, but we've done this many times. I hold my race out there every year. How to Run Specialty Store, 204-95. Great 5K, 10K course, and it's to support childhood cancer. But right here, the manager joining me on the Coach's Sound Garden stage, we'll put him on a hot seat too, is Marc Cameron. Hey, I mean, it's always a pleasure getting
morning,
people.
Coach.
I'm not by myself. I'm not doing the COVID Zoom link thing. You know what I mean?
When you asked me, I told you I'll be here live. This is an amazing setup they give you here. This is the best. I think this is the best spot, except for How to Run, that we've ever done one of these interviews. And I'll tell you this. So I always say this every time I come on. Now, no one's going to understand a word that we're going to say for the next 10 or 15 minutes with these two accents here on the web and the radio. So, but here we go. We'll give them a good show.
Well, once again, how long you been down here? 13 years?
No, not that long. 7.
7 years. I've been here
going on 8.
I've been here 27 years, and I still can't lose my accent. But believe it or not, when I go home, I got to hear my friends and say, "Do you say y'all and all this?" No, I still say you guys or guys. I mean,
that's right.
I mean,
right.
it
never
always
goes away.
Never goes away. And it's nice to go home and visit. But really, home is here. I've been here 27 years. I lived in New York for 35 years. So, this is getting to be home. But
it is definitely home. I agree.
And you came down here. You got into running. It helped take care of some physical disabilities you had: overweight, high blood pressure, glucose, cholesterol, glucose levels. So running is a big part of your life now. What made you want to do that down here?
I've already told you my story many times. I took the leap and started working for Philip. And, I never thought, my saying, 36, 37-year-old Marc would have never believed that, 45, 46-year-old Marc would be working in a running store and running marathons. Had I lived to 40, it would have been, hey, it was a success, because that's how unhealthy I was. And not that I'm saying that was a good thing to say, because it was all my own doing. But yeah, here we are. And now, out there trying to run as much as I can. The weather is getting warm, which I have a love-hate relationship with, because I know I'm in Savannah, and everyone says, well, you can't complain about the heat, you live there. But it is, these months coming up now get hard to run in, but we do it. And like you said, there's plenty. I mean, I just came down Victory, and there was 3 or 4 guys out there running, on Victory, which is pretty gutsy.
Yeah.
And they were moving pretty good.
How about the people that come over that Thunderbolt Bridge?
We do it. A couple of Sundays ago, we did it. We met over at Bonaventure Cemetery for our Sunday run day, which we also do. And a bunch of us got there early, and we did bridge repeats on the Thunderbolt Bridge, up, over. So, yeah. It's the only way to get, down here in Savannah, it's flat and fast. We got to get some elevation somewhere. It's bridges and parking garages.
Well, I'm going to throw this at you. You know what? You're complaining about the heat, but I'm telling you right now, Marc, I'd rather swat gnats, deal with the heat, than shovel that snow.
I 100% agree with that. Every time I get mad about running in the heat, then I think about I could be out there. And I love the weather here when I maybe have to put a beanie on, maybe some gloves, but I'm still in shorts and just a long sleeve. I'm a happy guy. Up north, I'd be in tights, 2 pairs of socks, shoes wet. Yeah, no, I'll take this any day.
And of course, when you're running in the cold weather, hat and gloves are a must. But people don't realize that.
Plus, I'm getting old, Coach. The cold goes right to my hands. It hurts. It hurts now.
Oh, I can vouch for that. So, a lot of races going on. You guys have Wednesday night fun nights out at How to Run store, Sunday fun runs. But it seems like it gets bigger and bigger every year. Everybody wants to be involved in it.
Yeah, we try. So I'll go in order, like you said. The races that are last night, we had the Shamrock Run. That kind of sort of kicks off St. Patrick's Day, and a bunch of our run families. We like to call ourselves. We're out there running, and everybody did great. And your girl Kelly walked with a bunch of her teacher friends, so that was fun. She was dressed up in her tutu and her green Irish outfit. You've seen the outfits.
I want the Shamrock cookies. I don't care about the outfits and the tutus. She makes unbelievable cookies when she remembers to make them for the coach. You know what I mean?
She does. That's true. And then a week before, we had Skidaway, where our store was the Pacers. We were out there helping people, so we were actually the ones holding the sticks, pacing, helping people meet their goals. Coming up on March 11th, we got the Dash for Dyslexia 5K, where we're raising a bunch of money for Chatham Academy. A lot of the kids there are on the spectrum. Some of them have some special needs. So we're going to be out there trying to help, like we do with you for cancer. Let's raise some money for dyslexia. And then, of course, we got the Coaches Big Race, which every year we've grown. We keep getting bigger and bigger, Coach,
bigger, right? June 3rd out at How to Run specialty shops. That's where we specialty store. That's where we start 204. What do you call it? 204 shops?
204.95. The shops of Savannah.
The shops at Savannah. Okay. And, it helps childhood cancer because, he's not telling you, he used to be a coach too. And,
sir.
The kids that you can't coach, or the kids that are, restricted by different types of cancer. And that's what it goes to. I got involved in this over 7 years with Tim Adams and the Coaches for Curing Cancer. And I vowed that I will not let them. I lived with a nephew that had leukemia and watched what he went through. They came up to Florida. They came up from Florida to visit us in New York, and he had these bumps on his arms. They took him to my pediatrician. And they rushed them to NYU or LI Jewish Hospital. I forget what it's called, but they spent almost 6 weeks here because of that. And knock on wood, to this day, he's a grown man. He's married. He's got 2 kids, and with what we can do to help, whatever little we can do to help, it's always a plus. And all the proceeds go to the cure. Nothing goes in the coach's pocket. Nothing goes in the 204 shop, how to run specialty stores pocket. It goes right to them. So, if you think I'm making money off of this, I'm not. I'm doing it because I want to help kids, whether it be in school or the kids that someday maybe they will recover and we can coach.
Like Jimmy V said, cancer touches just about everybody in some way. And yes, every race that we do at How to Run goes to a charity. We don't do anything for the store. We open the store is open. Sure, you want to come in after the race and buy something, that's different. But everything that actually goes, race entries, sponsors, everything that we get, we got to get the coach some sponsors. So if you're out there listening and you want to sponsor the race, send the coach a tweet right now, send the coach a message, send me a friend request on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you want to, hit us up and say, hey, I want to sponsor this race and let's help, as best as we can eviscerate childhood cancer, because like I said, cancer touches everybody. Unfortunately, some way, somehow, a friend, a friend of a friend, a family member, God forbid. So yeah, if you're out there listening right now and you want to give the coach a sponsorship, we will take your money that way because it will go to a very, very good cause.
All right. Well, I'm trying to, so people can see who you are. Am I spelling it right?
You are spelling it right, Coach.
All right.
No space in the how to run there. You want
it's
to take
all
over?
It's all together.
All one word, Coach. I got you covered.
I know why you hang out with Kelly, because she probably does this for you too.
Yeah, you got that right.
All right, let's
teachers, Coach, teachers.
There we go. So you're up there, so you know who this guy is. You know who the coach is. Okay. Now I'm going to jump back a step here. Okay. COVID-19 wiped us out. Okay, but
it wasn't easy.
Going outside and run. A lot of people get involved in it. How has the running world here in Savannah, Georgia, the area, rebounded from COVID-19 in your mind?
Well, to be honest with you, this may sound crazy. It didn't really stop. We just had to change how we did things. We couldn't meet. You see our groups on Wednesday night. I mean, we get, 40, 50, 60, 70 people on a Wednesday night. I mean, a couple weeks ago, we had Puma in town. We had 100 people there. You couldn't do that kind of stuff. So that's where it changed. Yes, of course, a few of us still met up, especially after we were vaccinated. People that, you're really close with, you're going to go for a run. But it was back to running alone for a little bit, for a while. We couldn't have the big group runs at the store because you couldn't have groups in your store, right, or even to meet outside, even with our parking lot and all. You didn't want, to God forbid, expose somebody. So that's where it really changed with the group stuff. And then, we all had to adapt as far as being any type of retail store. We had to do virtual fittings. We had to deliver stuff to people. We had to deliver nutrition because as far as the running goes, people were still running and still training and still wanted to use the stuff that they were using. We just had to figure out a way to get them there because, for a while, the streets were pretty desolate. I mean, it was the easiest commute. Not that it was a good thing to get out to the store from the island at that time. Right. No one was on the road, but we adapted and we figured it out. And, like you've heard our story of how to run. I mean, we've survived a fire in our first location and COVID in, 2 of our first 4 years. And we're still here standing, and we've been named the best running store back-to-back years, and we're hoping we're going to get it again in 2023. So
yeah, and I it's a tight-knit community, the running community here in Savannah, Georgia, and it's pretty impressive how all these people come together and they do it for good causes. But like you said, you did it because of health reasons, and a lot of people are doing that now. Do you have a lot of people coming out on Wednesday nights or on Sundays saying, you know what, I'm here to get physically fit or get back in better shape?
I tell this story this way every single time. The minute I meet someone new and then say, hey, we do a run group, but I say the word run group, I actually I've stopped saying it that way. And I put my hands up and I say, hold on, before you say it, because the first thing many people say is, oh, I don't run yet, or I'm too slow, because they think they're going to get there and a bunch of runners are going to take off. You've been to our groups. Oh, yeah. That's not what happens. It is in the post. The post and pictures don't lie. We have walkers, walk runners, and runners. There are people that do intervals. They're still at the stage where they walk a bit, run a bit, walk a bit. We have a giant group of walkers. Even when it gets dark, we have a group of older ladies because they don't want to go dark even with headlamps and stuff on. They just walk in our plaza underneath the lights, and that's how they get their fitness. So I say we have something for everybody. our tagline is not a run group necessarily. It's Wednesdays we move. We just want people moving. And the same thing, our Sunday run day, what we do is we bounce around to all different locations around Savannah, Richmond Hill, Pooler, so people can see all these beautiful places. Like when you tell people, oh, you can run at Bonaventure Cemetery, they're like, really? Oh, you can run at Forsyth Park, or we meet at Daffin and run downtown and see all the squares. People don't know how easy that is. So that's what we do Sunday. And same thing, we have people that walk, run, and we want everybody to move. And then we just, we say we try to put the fun in fitness as best as we can.
And, a lot of these fundraisers, that you guys help assist or manage or coordinate, it's not just run. It's also a 5K run walk, a 10K run walk. It's not just running. And sometimes you told me, on Wednesdays, people come out with their bicycles.
Yes. And sometimes because our route is actually it's a giant bike and running lane. So we have people that if they're injured and can't run right now, or they just feel like cycling because they can, you can get out, 6 miles out and back. You do that 3 or 4 times and, you got an 18-20 mile bike run. So bike run, listen to me, bike ride. But yeah. And you saw it the last couple of years at the race, even when we made it, your race started as a 5K. Now we've made it a 5K and a 10K to get more people. There are people that walk the 10K.
Oh yeah, they are.
They want to be able to say, hey, I walked 6 miles this time instead of doing just a regular 5K. So yeah, again, like I said, not to repeat myself, something for everybody. We just want you moving. We want you staying healthy. And, Dan the Man Pavlin, as you call him, he, is the guy that puts the races on for us. We do all the, the social media, the yelling and screaming at people to get registered, give us the money to fundraise. And then Dan comes and times it and walks the course. And Dan will stay out there until the last person walks, runs, whatever distance that he has for each race. I mean, like I said last week with Skidaway, he had a 6-hour time limit for the full marathon. There were people that might have been out there for, right at that 6-hour mark. And that course, the volunteers, everybody is there until the last person comes in and there's people cheering them on.
Yeah. And, if you think tell me the guy, he's like 90 years old. He's out there every year running. Is he still doing this?
I don't know who you're talking about, but I also know we know Miss Sherry Feathers, who's in her 80s, and she's still out there running. And she literally still runs these half marathons, which is amazing. We all joke that we call the running Nana. We all joke that if we're in as good a shape as the running Nana when we're in our 80s, we're doing okay. So that's somebody right there who does every race that she can get her feet into, and she's 80 years old, and it's incredible.
Think of the guy. He was 90 years old. He came out there the last two years he's been out there. He'll probably be out there again, so we'll find out what his name is. Okay, if you're just tuning in, you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report live on the internet. It's also going to be recorded, so it'll be back up again. We're talking to How to Run running store manager Marc Cameron, big into the running, marathons. He's done it. Health conditions got him back into the running field. Old basketball coach too, so coaches don't live a healthy life. I just got to let you tell you because it's not easy. So, all right. So last part of the interview. Big races coming up. We have the Publix half marathon coming up.
Publix women's 5K and half marathon. We will be out there, at like we did last year. We set up a booth at Forsyth Park. We basically just, for everybody that completed the race, we had our mimosas going. We had our hydration going. And, the Run family was out there cheering everybody on. And actually our, Pam, our owner, she's actually – so there's a great pace team called Elevated Running and Pacing. That's Kimmy Lynn. And I said her Facebook name. I can't remember her true last name. She's probably going to yell at me. And Emily Williams-Birch. They actually own a great pacing company, and Pam is joining them. And so Pam's job is to make sure that her group gets in under 2 hours for the half marathon. So anybody whose goal is 2 hours. So they'll have the pacers out there. If I get in the race, at the last minute, if I have time, I'll go out there and have fun with Pam. And then at the end of the race, all our people will be out there cheering everybody on, and people will be trying to hit their goals. And like I said, 5K and half marathon, that's coming up. I mentioned the race on March 11th at our store. Then we got your race coming up in June. So there's a lot going on. Yeah. And, to plug Mr. Dan Pavlin right now, you go to Savannah Endurance Races. He's got a whole slate of races SavannahRaces.com. Every race by month. And Dan is so amazing that it doesn't even matter if it's a race that he's doing. He just lists them straight down by month. Click on that run sign up link and get registered. And like I said, dude, if the biggest thing you take away from what the coach asked me is, don't be intimidated. If you're just trying to get in shape, you want to get back out there. These are the best months in Savannah to do it. You can walk, run, you can run. No one is going to look at you crooked as long as you're out there moving at these races and these runs. Just come out and join us.
And, June 3rd, everybody, coach, it's going to be a 90. It's usually about 70, 75 degrees when we start at 7:30 in the morning. So we don't start, at 12 o'clock or at 3 o'clock, the hardest part of the day. So we start when the weather is cool. And like I said, it goes to a great cause. And just like a lot of races these guys put on SavannahRaces.com, it goes to a lot of charities. So
that's correct. Like I said before, every race that we do at the store, every race that we're involved in goes to a charity. Every race that Dan puts on, even if we're just a pack and pickup location, Dan gives all this money to charity. He's amazing. And same thing with Publix. Publix Women's coming up. The money goes to Girls on the Run, which is
nice.
a great organization to get young females out there running and active. So, I mean, there is not anyone down here in the run community running races that's doing it for profit. Let's just put it that way. Most of them have real jobs, as I call it, and putting the races on and raising money is kind of the side thing to do for the community. And any way that our store can help, I can help. You know me, I'm out trying to be everywhere for you, Coach.
So, and if you're interested in running with a group or getting into running or walking with a group, Wednesday nights, How to Run Specialty Store out there at 204 and 95. What's it called? Shops at
Savannah. We're right next to Bell's. Bell's, okay. Beals. Which way do you say that, Coach? I say Bell's.
I say Bell's. Too.
All right, there you go.
But
the comments won't yell at me with my accent. That
I know you said it wrong. I say it wrong all the time. So anyway, appreciate you coming on. It's nice to have on a live guest. Once again, How to Run Running Specialty Store. They'll also help with all your running needs. If you just want to come in and make sure you're getting the right shoes, they'll be more than happy to do that for you.
That's correct. Yep, we put you through a full fitting and a full screening. Come in athletic clothing because you're going to run or walk on the treadmill and especially if you're a runner, you're not buying walking shoes. Walking around the store is not getting you anything. You got to get up on that treadmill and test out those shoes. And, if you want to check out more about the store, we have a website, howtorun.com. Everything about our fit process, everything that we do from a specialty standpoint is up there. And like I said, if you really take from this interview about the races and raising money, go to SavannahRaces.com and you'll see everything listed there by month. So. And
now he's got to run because he's got to go open a shop.
Well, Philip opens on Saturdays. He gives me a little leeway to get my runs in, and then I head out there, and then him and I are together till 6 o'clock. And yeah, everybody keeps saying we should have a YouTube channel watching me and Philip in the store, but we say no, that'll be too much trouble.
And then Sundays you don't have to open at 12 o'clock, so you're out there running early in the morning.
Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. Same thing. Sunday Run Day. We have a just last plug, but just for people who want to stay active, we have a page on Facebook called Run 912. Ask to join it. Pam or Philip will put you in. And the reason we do it there for Sundays is, I say this to everybody, has nothing to do with the store. I'm not out there selling shoes. I'm not, if you ask me a question, sure, I'll answer it. But that's about us getting together. Like I said, we bounce around to all different places, Savannah, Richmond Hill, Pooler. We want people to see different places to run. We start at 7. Sometimes afterwards we go to breakfast. Like I said, we call ourselves a big, giant run family. And the same thing on Sundays. The groups are huge. People are out there. This Sunday we're running in Berwick, right by where Dan does the Love Chocolate race over there by Mexicali Fresh and the Kroger. We're parking over there. I don't know the exact address.
I don't either.
We have it's a beautiful 10-mile loop so people can come out and do as many miles as they want.
So you got it. The running world here in Savannah, Georgia, the running groups, the running world. I mean, it's a tight-knit community. And like you said, you want to get involved. How to Run Running Store, Facebook, website, go to SavannahRace.com and get involved. There's always somebody running here in Savannah, Georgia. Appreciate it, buddy.
One more time, Coach. Tell them about your race. Let's raise some money for kids with cancer.
He knows I don't like to blow myself up.
Yeah,
but
I hate it.
It's the Coaches for
Curing. You do a great job, Coach.
Coaches for Curing Cancer, 5K, 10K walk run, June 3rd. It's up on SavannahRaces.com. I can't believe it. In February, 2 people already signed up, which is pretty impressive if you ask me, because I've done no publicity about it. But remember, all proceeds go to the cure to help childhood cancer. And if you didn't know it, only 4% of all the money raised for cancer research goes to childhood research cancer, which is amazing. So it amazes me that there's not more money going to the kids, But that's why I do it. Let's help the kids out. Once again, you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here live on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. I'll be back in 3 minutes with the other coach, Dale Mock, coaching in the state championship, the Georgia Independent Athletic Association championship at 2 o'clock. And the Matadors will be taking on, you got to love this, buddy, because we're from New York, Monsignor Donovan Catholic School, or they call it Mondon. So it'll be pretty interesting.
Nice.
See you in 3 minutes.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, thanks for coming on, Mark. Always a pleasure. Paisan from Jersey. You know what I mean? It's all the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia. Because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the sound garden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dine-in service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision. Faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting and equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
Tag me when you repost it.
You got it. Once again, welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. And I wanted to do the coaches back to back, but due to time restraints, due to guests coming on, I only got one done, Mel Abrams. Well, now let's go to the other man. Okay, you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. We're talking about Dale Mock. Dale Mock, longtime teacher, coach, basketball player at UGA, and he got his chance to take over the Memorial Day School boys program 2 years ago. They're in the state championships today, 2:00, okay, against Monsignor Donovan Catholic out of Athens, okay. They come in with a record of 16-11. The Matadors come in with a record of 20-4. So let's get a little insight on how the Matadors plan to play Monsignor Donovan today by the man himself, head coach Dale Mock. And welcome back, sports fans, to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report every Saturday morning at Coach's Corner, live on the Soundgarden stage. But this section is pre-recorded, like I said, with my previous guest, Coach Mel Abrams from St. Andrews Schools. These guys got a big game today, so they're on the road or they're there already. They're getting ready for their game. Georgia Independent Athletic Association, 2 teams going for the championships today. Memorial Day School at 2 o'clock against Monsignor Donovan Catholic School out of Athens. And, of course, St. Andrews at 6 o'clock taking on the Heritage School for the AAA championship. Worked with this guy for a long time, public school teacher, played a little basketball up there at UGA, has a very good connection with the international flavor of kids that want to play basketball over here in the United States. But he's at Memorial Day School now. For the last 2 years, he's been running that Memorial Day School basketball program. Joining me now on the Coach's Corner hot seat, the man himself, Dale Mock. What's up, Coach?
Hi, Coach. How are you?
Hey, I'm talking to you. We got another team going to the Final Four. First time for Memorial Day School since 2013. But once again, congratulations on that great season. And, keep it going, buddy.
Yeah, thank you, Coach. Thank you. We appreciate that.
So let's expand on the season. Great year. You guys played a lot of the public schools. You went into the Georgia Independent Athletic Association in Class A, and some pretty stiff competition there. But recap the season for us, Coach.
Well, funny thing about the season had to do with the fact that 4 teams region. So we had really very good competition within our own region. Monsignor Donovan is the only one of the Final Four teams that wasn't in our region. So, we feel like we were tested pretty well within our region itself.
So, over the course of the season, though, you played some of the public schools and you played, of course, the Georgia Independent Athletic Schools. What was it like going against the public schools coming out of Memorial Day School?
Well, we have, had some mixed results, honestly, against public schools. Jenkins got us pretty good when we played in the tournament there. At Christmas, we split with Bryan County when we played Bryan County. So, some good competition. It's good for us to play people that are strong teams. We don't want to play weaker teams all the time. We're a small school. We've only got 50 or so kids in high school. So, we sometimes struggle finding the right level of competition. We don't want to bite off more than we can chew and get some 7A school, but at the same time, we want to be challenged when we're on the floor.
Well, with a 20-4 record, 6-0 in the region. I know you lost the region championship, a heartbreaker. Your kids have been doing phenomenal. Tell us about the kids. Talk about the kids, what they have given to you this season, and what 20-4 season. They had to do something right there, Coach.
Hey, you bet they did. So our leading scorers for the season, we have Matt or Matas Adiatis. Matt is from Lithuania, and Matt's actually a second-generation exchange student. His dad played high school basketball back in the 90s and then played at Monmouth in New Jersey, the NCAA Division I after high school. So Matt is following in his father's footsteps. Very talented player. Last night he had 17 in that game. So, good performance out of Matt last night. Zolt Borosh is from Slovakia. He is our senior that was among our leading scorers. Zolt is, he's right behind Matt last night. He had 16 points. So, good performance out of both of those guys last night. Following Zolt, we have Casey or Kevin Edgecombe. Casey is our big kid. He's currently 7'1", and he is from the Bahamas. He had 9 points last night, but we also had other guys that scored, and that's really was the difference maker for us this year, is that we had other guys contribute. Julian Zamora is one of our football players who's also playing basketball. Julian had 5 points for us last night. Jake Vendetti is actually the longest in terms of experience here at Memorial. Jake's been here since the 9th grade, and he's now a senior. He had 7 points last night for us. Alex Hervig is another one of the exchange students. Alex is German, and he only had 2 points last night, but he had several blocks. He had numerous rebounds, and he's very composed and collected on the court. That's a huge help. We also got 5 points last night out of Edwin Carter, who's a transfer from Groves. And Edwin has just been our defensive stopper all year. He does a great job defensively. And last night he also contributed with 5 points. So it's not all – I mean, we've had those big 3 guys all year who are very consistent with their scoring and rebounding and assists and steals and that stuff. But it's the other guys that really seem to make a difference for us, because you never know who's going to help out and kind of step up on any given night.
All right, so give us a quick outlook on what Monsignor Donovan brings to the table. Monsignor Donovan Catholic School at Athens, what do they bring to the table, and what are the Matadors going to have to do to win?
Okay, Mondon or Monsignor Donovan, everybody in VIA just calls him Mondon. They're a very talented team. They're very talented. They have, inside, outside play. They have guys who seem to do nothing but shoot threes. They have guys that are long, play inside, long perimeter. They have a very unusual point guard, I guess is maybe the best I have, is lefty kid who's maybe what you would think about as a football lineman in terms of body type, but he's a better athlete in person than he shows on video. I enjoyed seeing him play last night just to get that impression, if nothing else. So they've got that combination of inside and outside. They've got 6'7", 6'9", and they've got some talented perimeter players. It's going to be tough for us to match up. We've got to do our best. And I mean, you saw us when we were in the scrimmage out at Islands. I mean, we didn't play anything but man. So sometimes it hurts, but hopefully we'll be able to match up and do a good job trying to defend them. They score a lot of points.
All right, quickly, I told you I would keep you more than 10 minutes. Memorial Day school community, what do they bring to the table? What does this mean to you guys that the Memorial family's behind you?
Well, just having people in the parking lot when we got back last night was great. We have the support of the kids. It is such a small place here. I mean, everybody. Everybody in the school, they all know the players because they're in class with them. So, having the support of the community is important. And with it being such a small community, you always hear, it's like family and, organizations. You always hear that, it's a family-oriented event. But the reality for us is that we're so small, it really is like family,
Well, Coach, great job. I wish you the best of luck today or tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and it's at Mercer University. And haven't had one since 2013, Coach. Bring it back to the, what do you call it, the Matadome?
That's as you know, that's the name Sussman came up with. So definitely the Matadome. We practice every day on Mark Sussman court.
Appreciate it, Coach. Good
right,
luck.
Coach, thank you.
I'll be following it.
All right.
And once again, Dale Mock over at Memorial Day School now. 2 years, got the program rolling. 20-4 going into the championship game. They'll take on Monsignor Donovan Catholic at 2 o'clock at Mercer University. And I know Savannah, Georgia is pulling for the Matadors. Once again, I know Savannah, Georgia is rooting for the Matadors to bring home the ship. Well, that's what we got today. 2 o'clock, Mercer University, Memorial Day School takes on Monsignor Donovan for the Class A championship in the Georgia Independent Athletic League and in the Athletic Association, and then St. Andrews at 6 o'clock tonight. Best of luck to those two teams. And, just a great story. He comes over there and, continues the success that, Coach Todd O'Neill had, and it's just fun watching the Memorial Day School Matadors getting a shot at winning another championship. It'll be the first one since 2013. And who was the head coach back then? Michael Thompson, who had also won it in 2011. So once again, 2:00, Mercer University, Memorial Day School Matadors take on Monsignor Donovan Catholic out of Athens. And then at 6:00, St. Andrew Schools, Class 3A in the Georgia Independent Athletic Association, takes on Heritage School. Now, not forget about the other team, okay? The other team that plays tonight at 8:00, okay, at Fort Valley State is Benedictine. Benedictine comes in with a 18-5 record, and they'll be taking on Fayette County at 25-5. It should be a good game, and I wonder when the last time Benedictine made the championship in basketball. We know football's been there recently a lot. Baseball's been there recently a lot, and hopefully Dr. Frank Williams can bring the championship home in basketball. So pretty impressive over there at Seawright Drive. All right, so once again, you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. I'll be taking 3 steps out the door. I got 3 videos that I want to talk about that are pretty impressive, and they have to deal with 3 local guys who have done something impressive, whether it be in the NFL, at the NFL Combine, or on college baseball. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here live at Coach's Corner on the Soundgarden stage. Be back in 3 minutes. All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia, because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the Soundgarden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV, because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991, is always open for dine-in service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, that comes in uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting and equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room. If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And once again, welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, live at Coach's Corner on the Soundgarden stage, and it's all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Don't forget, Soundgarden stage is open again. All right, tonight we have Big Bam Boom, okay? Hall & Oates tribute band. You got to come check it out. There's a lot going on here at Coach's Corner as far as bands go, and it's that time of year where it's nice outside. The Soundgarden stage is up there. It's live and kicking. I mean, you got to come check it out. So if you like Hall & Oates or you like that genre of music, once again, 7 o'clock tonight, right here on the Soundgarden stage. And don't forget, you got a favorite college team you want to watch basketball. We got March Madness coming up. Over 80 TVs here at Coach's Corner. I'm always sitting in front of the big screen, the 975-inch screen TVs right behind me with that Coach's logo. Come check it out. So once again, there's the man. Good morning, John Henderson. How's it going? Getting ready for another big night? That's right. So the man doesn't leave the place. I mean, he's always here. So, all right. So let's go. The coaches, 3 videos of the week. Okay. The first one has to go out to no other than Nolan Smith. Okay. Nolan Smith, Savannah boy, went to Calvary for 2 years, went to IMG, had an outstanding career at UGA, got himself 2 national championship rings. How about he ran a 4.3940 at the NFL Combine? Check this out. Unbelievable. I'm probably going to get blocked again by Facebook, but you know what? Who cares?
Probably counsel DeAndre and Stephon Diggs to look away, because in this simulcam, Nolan Smith is him. Wow.
If that's not impressive. Now, if we're going to watch it again, simulcam, they take other players who have run the 40-yard dash and they simulate it with the runner that's going. Stephon Diggs, okay, Andre Hopkins, 2 of the top receivers in the NFL, being outran by a 6'3", 235-pound defensive lineman, or probably playing linebacker in the NFL, and he's from the SAV. Watch again.
Probably counsel DeAndre and Stephon Diggs to look away, because in this simulcam, Nolan Smith is him. Wow.
That's pretty impressive if you ask me. Nolan Smith, you're going to hear that name on Sundays now in the NFL. All right, next one. Not 1, not 2, but 3 home runs for Jackson Finley, former Richmond Hill Wildcat, now Georgia Tech baseball star, in a game against the Long Island. I thought they were called the Long Island Blackbirds, which they are, but we got the Bluebirds here. But anyway, here's his 3rd home run of the night.
But he's got it again.
Golly, man.
Finley, 3rd home run of the afternoon, 6th RBI of the day, and that was a no-doubter.
I mean, I don't think I've seen a hitter this hot, maybe in my career in college baseball. What, 5?
I got to watch it again. I love the crack of the bat. Even if it's an aluminum bat, you got to love the crack of the bat. And you know what that crack of the bat sounds like that? It's going, gone.
But
he's got it again.
Sweet music to the ear.
Finley, 3rd home run of the afternoon, 6th RBI of the day, and that was a no-doubter.
I mean,
let's go 4 videos to take you out the door, okay? Another local boy out of Savannah Christian, making a name for himself at Georgia Southern. Jared Brown knocks his 1st home run out of the year.
2-2 pitch is launched down the left field line, and goodbye. 2-run shot from Jared Brown, 1st home run on the year. And just like that, Georgia Southern increases their lead 6-0.
Once again, listen to the bat. Listen to the noise coming off the bat.
2-2 pitch is launched down the left field line, and goodbye. 2-run shot from Jared Brown, 1st home run on the year. And just like that, Georgia Southern increases their lead 6-0.
I mean, if that's not special, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. And it's just something that we as baseball fans love. And those two young men, they were special in high school. Now they're special at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech and Georgia Southern, and there's a lot of other players. I mean, talk about basketball. Jalen Deloach at Virginia Commonwealth. Trent Broadnax making himself at University of South Carolina, at Upstate. I mean, so there's a lot of videos on kids, but that stuck out to me the most. And right now here, okay, we're gonna watch a new award that's being given out by the Prep Sports Port, the John Carr Seaport Baseball Player of the Week. John Carr Seaport Real Estate Baseball Player of the Week. Check this guy out. And 7 strikeouts. Great video. You're going to get to watch each one of his strikeouts. Dagan Strickland and he's already committed to play Georgia Southern. There's one. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. There's 6. And there's 7. He was the Prep Sports Port John Carr Seaport Real Estate Baseball Player of the Week, the first one. If you have somebody, please send me an email, give me a text, make a contact here on the Prep Sports Report or the Karl DeMasi Facebook page. I want to get these kids nominated and get some highlights about them, but that's just what I got to do for my videos of the week. So 4 out the door, not 3, but 4 out the door. All right, Carl's Corner editorial, NFL Combine. People love it or people hate it. People say it's just overexposure. It goes to the extreme because these young gentlemen have to strip down to their, you want to say underwear, or you want to say to their spandex, and the NFL teams get to look at them. They measure body fat, they measure vertical leap, they measure how many times they can lift 235 pounds, and they measure how fast they can run. It's tradition. It's been part of the NFL system for so long. They're not exposing kids. They're not belittling kids or athletes or college football players. But that's all you hear about. And people get upset with it. But this has been going on for years. They're not looking at statistics. They're looking at physical attributes, physical abilities. And that's the way it's always been. And now, of course, it's national attention on the NFL Network, on ESPN, on all social media platforms. It's exposure for these kids. And you know what? Right there, one of my videos, Nolan Smith, pretty special kid out of Savannah, Georgia, running a 4.39 40. I think he had a 41 vertical leap, which was like at 95 percentile. I can't remember the other statistics that I saw. But this is fun to watch. But it's part of football now. NFL draft, they really get into it. Now, about the psychological interview and all that other stuff, I can't tell you about that because we don't get a chance to look at those reports. We don't get a chance to read those reports. So, what do you want me to tell you, people? But it's something special. All right, just to reiterate, Savannah Bananas 2016 t-shirt right here, buddy. They're down in Jacksonville. They'll play at 7 o'clock tonight and 1 o'clock tomorrow. The Party Animals are 4-1-1. Savannah Bananas are 1-1-4. Sorry, 1-4-1. So it's not the Harlem Globetrotters, people, like everybody's saying it is. It's pretty special that, there you go, that this team is doing what they're doing, and people are buying it out. Another sellout, another 4,000 or 5,000 people going to be there down in Jacksonville. So it's just something special. And the Savannah Falcons, our semi-pro football team. They opened up the season last week and they won 28-0. They'll be down between the bricks at Glenn County Stadium taking on the Golden Isle Grizzlies. And don't forget, hockey tonight, sold out in Mark Arena. The Savannah Ghost Pirates take on the Florida Everblades. Not Everglades, Everblades. So we got some stuff going on here. There's soccer going on all over the place. There's sports going on all over the place. It's going to be a beautiful day. Go out there and play some golf. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Well, hold it. I got a comment. It's got to be Lawrence the Professor. Okay, first of all, Brandon Bain, the man of our other show, okay, that's played weekly, Rubbin' and Grubbin'. They're rubbing about racing and grubbing about food. Okay, Lana Bain, good morning, Brandon. Hope you're having a good day out there on Tybee Island. Then, of course, my man who's behind the scenes, not 2 hours, but the producer, Lawrence Bennett. Great show, Coach. 1 hour and 46 minutes of awesomeness. I appreciate that, Lawrence. Yes, we hit the 146 mark. So like I say every week, please say a prayer for what's going on in Ukraine. Please say a prayer what's going on in the crazy world we live on. Hopefully someday there'll be peace and harmony. Someday we'll get along with each other. Someday we could going to put away our differences. I hope it happens sooner than later. But like I say every week, whatever you're doing today or tomorrow, always hit it at the park. And until I see you next week, may it be your best week ever. God bless. Have fun. Go Matadors. Go Lions. And go Cadets. All three playing big basketball games tonight. Matadors and the Lions playing for state championship. Benedictine, the Cadets, trying to get there next week. God bless. Talk to you later. Have a good one. And as I always say, peace out.